Okay, I think we can start. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court, a look ahead at the next week, and the opportunity to ask questions. On Friday, 21st January, Trial Panel 1 ordered the continued detention of Mr. Mustafa. The judges found that the risk of obstructing the progress of proceedings continues to exist, including the risk of interfering with victims and witnesses and/or their families. On 25th January 2022, the second last witness called by the prosecution testified in the Salih Mustafa case about the chain of command, modalities of communications, and movements of the KLA in the Golag region. In addition, the witness testified about the BIA unit of the KLA and its role and functions in April 1999. He further gave evidence on the offensive of Serbian forces in the area of Slash during the second half of April 1999. The witness testified without protective measures. Next week, on 1st February 2022, the last witness called by the prosecution is scheduled to start testimony in this case. On the 4th of February, the prosecution is expected to close its case. On 11th February, the Defense and Victims' Counsel will file their respective lists of witnesses and exhibits, and on 17th and 18th February, Trial Panel 1 will hold a status conference in the presence of the prosecution, the defense, Victims' Counsel, and the registry in order to discuss the next phases of the case. Thereafter, the panel will decide on the number and modalities of witnesses to be heard and the dates and times for the hearings. In the case of Mr. Guzzati and Mr. Haradinaj, the third witness called by the Haradinaj defense testified on Friday, 21st January. The witness testified about the scope of the definition and the jurisprudence of whistleblowing. The fourth witness called by the Haradinaj defense started his testimony on Monday, 24th January via video link. The witness testified about search and seizure operations at the ICTY. His testimony will continue on Friday, 28th January at 8 in the morning. Following this testimony, the panel will hear submissions from the defense and the prosecution on the next steps to be taken in this case. In the Thaci et al. Case, on Tuesday, 25th January, a public redacted version of the pretrial judge's decision was filed, ordering the continued detention of Mr. Thaci. The pretrial judge found that the risk of the accused obstructing the proceedings or committing further crimes can only be sufficiently mitigated through the communication monitoring framework of the Specialist Chambers detention facilities. The next pretrial hearing in this case is scheduled for Friday, 4th February at 2:30 in the afternoon. That was all from me. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to respond.